Hi, and welcome to the Sugar Shack. Today we're going to make this pretty DIY fake waterfall coming from a faucet. We're going to start with a 1/2-inch copper tubing, and we're also going to use this 1/2-inch spigot you can find at any local hardware store. Now, we got Big Daddy to help us bend the tubing around. He used his dolly as kind of like a guide to where to bend it. Once it was bended, we used some E6000 glue. We put a little bit on the end and attached the water spigot to that. We'll let that sit for a few hours, let that dry a little bit. Then we started adding the paint. For the paint, we used the Rust-Oleum forged hammer, and we used the color Antique Pewter. We're just going to give it a good spray. Make sure we get it all covered. And then once that's dry, we're going to flip it all over and do the back side also. Okay, now that that's all dried, we're going to use the lights, and I picked up these willow tree lights from Walmart. They're made by Better Homes and Gardens. They come all tangled up like this. Once you finally get them all untangled, they come in like three little strands like this. So first we need to make sure we got the tubing where it can stand up, where we can get to the opening of that faucet. So I used 2 bricks and a wood block. Then we're going to take some of this silicone and apply it inside of the spigot. Then we're going to gather up the 3 ends of the strands, the last little light on each strand, and we're going to use a little twist tie and tie that together, just to hold it. Then we're going to shove it down into the spigot, and just far enough to where it kind of stands on its own. Now, for my pot, I picked out this little galvanized bucket. Big Daddy drilled me a hole big enough for the copper tubing to fit through. And then we went back and added a few little holes just for some drainage for the plants. Now, I'm flipping it over right here just to shove the little tubing in, because once this goes in the ground, the tubing itself will go into the ground. Now we're going to add some dirt and whatever plants you choose. And there you have it. And then you just push it, put it in your flower bed, push the copper tubing down into the dirt, and that's it. I hope you enjoyed this little DIY. You can find us on Facebook at the Sugar Shack Boutique. And don't forget to check out our webpage at thesugarshackboutique.com.